And before you say it, yes, I'm back again. I'll tell you for why after the intro. But it's not intro time yet. Yeah, we're on the River Humber. It's been raining, so I've put my coat on. I'm all set up. I'm baited up on one rod. I've got my new line on. You need to carry on watching. So let's get the intro done, and then you come back and keep watching. Click and subscribe. Drop us a comment. Cut for the intro. Oh dear. Right. Right, I'll gear quick. Where am I sitting? Oh! I'll gear a quick rundown. Right, we're on the River Humber, we're fishing. I've got my 2 Ziplexes. Thank you, Billy. Can't believe you rung me and said you want this, because otherwise it was kept in your shed, wouldn't it? But thank you very much again. But I've got both Ziplexes with me. So I've come here for many reasons. One is my mate John said it's not catching at Trunch Lane 13 dogfish yesterday. He said he didn't really catch them. He said the best place you can go is go to the River Humber and hopefully catch a flounder. So I'm not going to Trunch Lane to not catch 13 dogfish, because I'm absolutely cream cracked. The working on the house is nearly over, and yeah, so I had to have a break today because I'm absolutely cream cracked. I'll talk more about that later, but so I'm here. I wanted to get out fishing. I wanted just to do some fishing. If I catch, brilliant. If I don't catch, so be it. But I just wanted to come out and be in the fresh air and not think about working on an house. So that's what I'm here for. I'm here because this is where I want to be. It's only 50 minutes. High tide today is at 3:47. So by the time 2 hours down, I should be in for 7:30. So yeah, I should be on for 7:30. So my night ain't wrecked either, so I can have a beer, settle down, go to bed, and hopefully get up in the morning and feel better than I do today. But yeah, I'll talk more about it in a bit. It's a bit early in the video yet. Don't want to turn people off, do we? But yeah, I'm fishing a different spot along this riverbank. There's probably about 20, 30, 40 metres down in the next bay. I'm on the poured bitumen bay. It's easier to walk on. I don't know what it'll be like when it gets wet though, because there's a lot of green weed, could be slippery. I might go arse of a tit. So, but yeah, thank you for tuning in. If you're watching this now, thank you very much. It's much appreciated. And I've been looking forward to talking to the camera, so it's as though I'm talking to you really. But yeah, chuffed to bits with these Ziplexes, and apart from being knackered and being here, I wanted to fish with them, because as soon as I hit the beaches, it's going to be multipliers all the way. Old Spolt, he says to me, well, take them Ziplexes on the beach. And I said, wash your mouth out, young man. I says, that's multiplied territory. So yeah, my Kentuckys have been cleaned, all the eyes have been wiped down and everything, and well, the rods have been washed and then wiped down with silicone. So hopefully, well, they'll be all right in the bags, won't they? But hopefully we'll get out soon. Fishing today is Thursday the 21st of March, so that will be first day of spring. So you never know your luck, do you? If chucks a little codlin up, and I don't care how big it is. Oh, look at that. Spring Equinox 2024 was Wednesday the 20th. It always jumps around. It's normally, if you go with the 21st, you're about there. Could be the 22nd, 23rd, 20th. But it was yesterday, so we are in spring. Winter, for me, on the Equinox calendar, is over, and we're back into spring. So catch a small little codlin today, and I've caught 4 codlin in each season. So that's what my main aim is, you know. That'd be absolutely fantastic. I think my best chance is over on the Holderness Coast. I shall be over there soon. I've still got earache. It's unbelievable. I'll talk about that later. I've got an update on the doctors as well, so I'll talk about that later. But yeah, I think this will do, won't it? We've had the intro, then we had the proper intro, and now I've just had a chat with you. We've had a cast out, and that cast out was with the Trabuco tournament line. £66 break and strain straight the way through. I was a bit sheepish with the cast, didn't want it snapping, but it won't snap because I'm only doing a red thump. So there's no tension pressure there. That's my short out rod, short in short, whatever you want to say, I know what I mean. It's my short out rod, and the other one that has got a leader on it, I shall cast it out a bit further if I can. But that one, that was another low and fast, hit the water, ballsed up cast. So but yeah, I'm gonna get this other one baited up and wipe my hands, and next time you see me I'll be casting that out baited up. The rod's bouncing at the minute, but the only problem with that is it's the rod that isn't in the water. So I know for a fact I haven't got a bite, so I'll see you in a bit. There we are. Looks alright, doesn't it? Look at that. That's stunning. Tom, if that picture that I'm looking at now is as good as that, I think if it looks as good as what I'm looking at the back of the screen, that's the thumbnail, mate. It's got to be the thumbnail. Do you like that? That was a bit of action. Action man. With the eagle eyes. I think the one with just the clouds and the rods in will be better than with me. But yeah. If any of you watch Steve Wallace in Canada, crazy neighbour, he's not very well. He's got terminal cancer, so thoughts go out to crazy neighbour. I do watch his channel, comment occasionally. Steve Wallace's channel, who crazy neighbour is in, but bless him, he's a lovely bloke. It's a shame it happens, but nothing more to say really. But yeah, ain't life crap? You've got to make the most of it while you're young enough, and along the way with your aches and pains, you still got to make the most of it. high up there. I was anticipating my hip to hurt and everything, and because I was like a metre below my rod tip, that didn't feel right. Yeah, that didn't go well. Went out, it's just over there. It's like I swooped it round and went to the caster drawer about number 10 on the clock face. But yeah, well, who cares? Don't matter, does it? I'm fishing, that's the main thing. I'm fishing now. Both rods are out. Just hope I don't get snagged up with them, because I am over that way. Let me just tighten the line up. Brilliant. So yeah, we're out. 2 bits of squid. Rest of the bait is defrosting. And then, so it's coffee time again, I think. That's what it's going to be. Coffee time. The only thing with this coat, the only thing that annoys me with this coat is this keeps flicking up and this keeps hitting you in the face, and that does do my head in, so that's why I'm always folding that down. Yeah, it was very awkward. It was like really awkward. I've got my hip, I don't know how my fishing's gonna go. It's got, there's no way on heaven or earth I can cast as far as I did 2 years ago, when I first started all this casting malarkey. And I think it took me so long to get used to the cast because of my hip as well, because inadvertently it was hurting at the time, not to the standard it's hurting now. It hurts quite a bit now, but you know, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Not a lot I can do about it, is it? Ooh. Hey, you only get an Uber coffee. That ain't right, is it? I don't drink tea because I do drink tea. I drink tea at home all the time. I have a coffee in the morning, and at weekends I have a proper coffee in one of them coffee pots that you boil up on the oven, on the hob, and then I have, that's it, I have one coffee. And then during the week I have a coffee in my flask, which is like a cup and a half, and then the rest of the time I drink tea. But when I come here, I have coffee. If you want a cup of tea, you need to make it fresh, don't you? But there you go. Right, so we've got both rods out. I've got flapper rigs on both because I just want to catch a fish, and I've got size 2 hooks on there, bait holders, offset, very sharp, bought from Jerry's. I think they're only like £4.50 for a box of 50. Absolute bargain there. I shouldn't have told you that, should I? Now when I go buy some more, they'll be sold out all the time. But yeah, let me have a sandwich and then I shall come back to you and have a chat with you. You can have a look at this here. Matter of fact, watch the rods if you like. And I've got my favourite sandwiches in there. I've got bloody corned beef, which were quite good, but the other day I had corned beef and I didn't get any pickle in it. So I've put pickle in it today. so I'm going to eat that first. But I've got my favourite sandwiches today, and I'll let you have a guess what that sandwich is, but it is my favourite. I'll give you a clue. It does hark back to the 70s, but then I suppose it harks back to the 40s as well. Them rod tips aren't moving, are they? I thought I'd had a bite by now. I'm quite glad I cast it to the left, because I do not want to get these lines tangled up. There's some people fishing next door to me, nice people. I had a chat to them at the car, and they've come from Sutton-on-Sea. It's catching fish off there. This wind's picking up. I might have to put another rock on my shelter. Am I in frame? I thought I'd get it in early. Right, this is just a quick update. Yeah. Same baits are out. And I'm holding bottom. So that's the main thing. But I've just put to the legendary John Spolton. And I've got to correct myself, because I said he caught 13 dogfish yesterday. And he didn't. I've got to put it right. He caught 14 dogfish yesterday at Trunch Lane and a whiting. So that's 15 fish in total. Now, I don't think I could catch 15 fish today. I think I'd have to pack up early because I'd be knackered. I am struggling today. So I just wanted to get that out there now, because can't be getting me information incorrect. So yeah, 14 dogfish. Can't remember how many I caught at Budley, Salterton. That was getting on for 8 or 9, was it? I can't remember now. But yeah. Right, so I'm working on a house, and I've done everything apart from the plumbing and electrics. And I'm now carpeting and vinyling all the floors. And yesterday, all I did was 3 bedrooms. But for someone that don't fit carpets all the time and has got a buggered hip, 3 bedrooms was a lot. I finished the last bedroom off last night about quarter to 7, 6:30 probably. No, it's probably before then, but that don't matter, does it? Anyhow, I finished it off, and then I went downstairs and finished gluing the gripper down onto the floor, down at the bottom stair and everywhere, because it's on concrete. So I did that. I finished about 6:30, and by the time I packed up and went and filled up with fuel because I was getting low, it was probably about 7:30. So it was a long old day yesterday. I didn't get there until late-ish because I had stuff to do. But yeah, so I'm feeling it a bit today. I am aching all over. By the time I got all my gear down here, down that slope, I had my love handles, or near my spine, you know, at that area of your back, it was agony. So I just had to sit down for 20 minutes and have a coffee and relax. That pain is gone now. I think it's because I'm shimmied over like this, carrying a big heavy box in my right hand. So yeah, that's why I'm fishing here today, because I'm 50 minutes away. If I did really want to go to the coast, but I'm I would have only took one fishing rod, I think, because I feel so knackered. But then I don't want to feel knackered tomorrow, because I've got the landing to fit, the haul to fit, and start fitting the stairs. Now, I ain't got to rush at it, because I can't even rush at it. Used to be able to fit a bedroom in 20 minutes to half an hour. Can't do that anymore. So today's a leisurely day, that's why I'm here at the river. It fits in with me. I have no more videos left in the bank, so this is next week's video. But them rods aren't moving. So I had to come out to fish. Well, I had to come out and fish because I needed a break. So I'm unwinding, sat here. This is zen like Vern. I feel calm as a cucumber. I cannot visualise anything going wrong today. So it's just a total chill out day. If I catch, fantastic. This wind's blowing on my shoulder. I turned my shelter round because I couldn't see the bloody rods, but what I should have done was turned it the other way. I ain't doing it again because it was hard work. But yeah, this is taking a bit of the brunt. So I've not turned it into the strongest part of the shelter into the wind. If it gets any worse, I'm going to have to move it, and then I'm going to have to move my fishing rods. Yeah, still got earache. It's still bloody not right. I feel bad about going to the hospital because with a feet on the counter might actually be there again, and I can't be dealing with it. And can you not see your doctor and all that rubbish. I'm not having a huge rant today. I did that last week. Doctors, well, I spoke to the doctor, didn't I? You all know I couldn't understand him because his voice was just breaking up. Through being that close, his voice was deep and it was just like distorted noise. And in the end, he said to me, which I'd mentioned in the last video, he was going to get his secretary to call. Well, I got an app come through to book an appointment, and when the wife was booking it for me, she's reeling off all these doctors, and I said, but I'm supposed to be speaking to the secretary. So the last appointment, which was early part of this month, was a total waste of time, because I don't know what's the matter with my hip because I couldn't understand him. I nearly fell out of him, as you know, and then he said he's going to get secretary room back, and he hasn't. So I've now had to book another appointment. So we went down the list and I got an English name, so hopefully I'll be able to understand him. And I don't mean anything by that, I just picked a name. But it ain't until the 24th of April. So it's another month away. It's been a month and a half waiting for this. And then when you go into the hospital, I'm getting to the point, when you go into the hospital, they'll say, make an appointment with your doctor. Well, this appointment about my hip that they've had an x-ray on is April the 24th. So, yeah, I picked Jimmy Jones, the doctor, because hopefully I might actually move it on. I'll be able to ask him, what is it called again with my hip, and write it down. I'll be able to talk to him about patient choice, which is where you can pick where to be referred to. So hopefully it'll all go right April 24th, but it's another month and a half, isn't it? You know, it's absolute shit show, innit? And they get paid for all these telephone appointments, don't get me wrong, they get paid for them. They got paid for them in COVID, they ain't gonna stop getting, oh, the cough's over, the cough is over, you don't get paid anymore for a telephone appointment. Of course they do. God knows how much money that is. When I was looking at the appointments for the cough, it was quoting £100 or just over. So that's where I'm at with my hip at the minute. April the 24th. after that, the next video after that, I'll be able to inform you and tell you what's happening. But the other thing is, the bloke was speaking to me in the last one, the last doctor was speaking to me, his voice was all like white noise because the phone was so close, and then I'm half Mutt and Jeff, so I was on a losing streak straight away. He's a nice bloke, but he wouldn't talk about anything else apart from what he'd rung up for, because that's another phone call at 100 quid, isn't it? Or 80 or 110, whatever it is. Anyhow, we're here on the River Humber. It is the 2nd day of spring, so it's the 21st of March. Spring was yesterday, I didn't know that. So Spolt has caught 14 spring dogfish. That's good, isn't it? I just want to catch a flounder and a 4-inch codlin. That'll do me, a 4-inch cod. There's got to be one out there, for God's sake. I found a path down to the shoreline, which is, it's like the pattern of the Red Sea or whatever it was. I'm not that religious. And talk about religion, I've got loads of sandwiches to eat, so I am absolutely famished. So I'm going to be having some sandwiches in a minute. Oh, that could be the wind, couldn't it? So yeah, there's a bit down there, only about 1.5 feet wide, stones all the way down, very little mud. So I've got a path down, so if I return a fish I can walk over there and return it. Because I thought here weren't too bad, but it is thicker with mud than I thought. So it's the 6 metre tide today. It's at 3:47. Wish me luck, eh? Thank you to everyone that subscribed, drops a comment. Who don't drop a comment, gives a thumbs up. Thanks to all my members. I don't do anything for my members. I've put one video out, or Tom has, but it's just so hard because I'm an inland fisherman. It's so hard. You get out, yeah, I get videos in the bank, but then Tom, he's only got time to edit one video a week. You know, he's got a life to lead. I'm amazed Tom still helps me out and does what he does. So thanks for that, Tom. I appreciate it a lot, mate. But yeah, but to the members that help me out with the membership, that does help me out totally. It helps me out of my diesel, helps me out of some bait, all goes towards the videos helping me do what I do. I enjoy what I do. I'll enjoy talking to the camera, enjoy fishing, and I enjoy filming my fishing, so I can't see it ending yet. So Verns Day on a Wednesday at 7 PM, that's when my videos go up. And that's enough rattling on from me, because you'll all be saying, flipping heck then. But them rods ain't going much, are they? Hopefully my lug worm will be getting defrosted, so I'll be able to have a go on them. Right, I'm going to eat this sandwich. You don't hear me slopping away at this. And right, well, I baited another rig up. I put a 7-ounce weight on it, because when I reel this right end rod in, I'll have to cast the next one out over that way. But yeah, it's not very good, because I'm limited on where I can cast, and I don't want to cast all the way to the right because I know what's going to happen. So I'll just keep casting straight. This one's going to be a short cast anyhow, so because it's the other line until I get used to it, but it's not going to snap. Tony's rod is all right. it's yeah, I'm just looking at the screen. Yeah, Tony's rod's all right, so everything's all right there really. Right, I've just chucked one to myself because it's a zen-like day, isn't it? So today's a calm day. Yeah, both hooks had been cut off. Now, last time that happened to me, it was a long while ago, and I seem to remember it was down to crabs, which will probably be those mitten crabs, I don't know. Time is high water, so this is it. Didn't have to worry about getting washed off air, did I? So let's get this other rod reeled in. Well, that still had bait on, so let's just check I am in shot. What am I seeing? Right. Good. Didn't even get. I daren't cast to the left now. You know what's going to happen now, don't you? I'm going to get tangled up, ain't I? Because the wind, I could see the weight going like that. So I've got to cast over that way, and if I get tangled up with Tony, then I'll get tangled up. But that's what these ones are, because one's past the other. Hopefully, yeah, I ain't tangled up. Well, put it this way, that cast now is in the perfect place to catch cod, so you never know your luck, do you? There might be one out there, mightn't there? Alright, that's all baited up. I'll bait up that other rig in a minute. Yeah, what's the favourite sandwich, I hear you say, because you're probably getting ready to turn off if you ain't. I'll show you. Paste and cucumber. Chicken paste. Now that reminds me of my school sandwiches. When, because I used to have school dinners, when you used to go out on a trip with your mum, Well, you didn't go with your mum. You went on a trip, but the school used to ask parents to come and help, like they do now. But you only got a couple of parents, but my mum used to sometimes come. I was never allowed in her group though. And I either used to have tomato sandwiches with salt and pepper, or I'd have chicken sandwich paste with cucumber. Sardine and tomato is my favourite, and so's salmon. But for some reason we've been getting paste, and I've been enjoying the sandwiches again. Because every time I take a bite, it just takes me back to the days of when my mum was with me on a day out at school, and I'd get whatever sandwiches it was, one of the ones that I've just said to you, and I'd get a can of Tab. And I always used to like Tab, but you can't buy it now. Or I don't think you can buy it now. I think you can in America. Knockout. Not as nice as sardine and tomato though. But nonetheless, it's bloody tasty. Now I'm gonna watch these rods, then I'll get that rig baited up ready for the next reeling. I am struggling today with my, but I did have a hard day yesterday. But then I got another hard day tomorrow. I just want to get this house finished. If I could get it finished by Monday, it'd be great, but I don't think I will. But by the end of next week, this house will be done, and then I'm taking 2 weeks off. I've had enough. But yeah, I think it was crab action. I haven't retied hooks on, I'm going to do it at home. Well, that's high water. High water was at 10 to 6. So the tide is 20 part 10 to 6. 10 to 4. Because I always go by Immingham time, which is 3:47. So there's only 3 or 4 minutes difference, that's all. From Immingham to here. But it's now 20 past 4. So tide is now on the turn. And that's as close as it came in. Bit of reference for me. So on a 6 metre tide, it's a doddle. That's another reason why I come here. If I'd gone to Immingham, Stallingborough, and in the bays, you have to go over the side and fish over, and that's all right on a nice sunny day with no wind, but I prefer being in this shelter than in the open air. These shelters are really good because they do give you so much, well, funnily enough, shelter. I tore off a load of kitchen roll, so I had something to blow my nose with and left it in the van. So I found some that I had in my pocket, which was probably used last time. I got more in the front. That's all right then. I always shove it in pockets so that if I ever forget kitchen roll, I've always got some. Yeah, well, I said to you it was a zen-like day, didn't I, for me? And I said I was nice and calm. So that is actually happening. I am calm. Can't rant all the time, you see. You can only rant when it's in you. It's got to be naturel. Do you remember that advert? I think it was an advert. If you know what advert that was, you have to put it in the comments if you're interested. Anyhow, I mustn't mention about me here, because old Matt from Casters Fish in Wales, he'll tell me off again. Stop mooning about your ear. I'll read the comments, you know. But you know what I'm like. I've got to mention it 6 times, haven't I? Well, Keith, I've just used some of that black lug you brought me back from Wales, and it is absolutely cracking. They're not the longest ones, the ones that I've picked up, but they are bloody brilliant. Full of, you wouldn't tell they've been frozen, actually. That's how good they are. As Andrew Jones would say, it's from God's country. Oh dear. Well, as relaxing as it is fishing, it would be nice to catch at least a flounder. But, you know, I've never blanked so much during winter. Well, not for as long as I can remember. But there, today was about coming out. I ate all of it. I've just poured myself a coffee, but I can't drink it hot because I forgot my water. I can take that now. Because I didn't take my painkillers when I should have took my painkillers. So I'm now late taking my painkillers. That line's going out. Can you see that? I better get that reeled in. I would say I've got weed on it. That's what I would say I've got on it. Well, nothing on that. Not even any weed, so that's a good thing. Think of the positives. Must be a lot of tide run. Let's put that on another click on the bait thing. This will be when the weed turns up, won't it? I'm only going to chuck this one out short. So I'm only going to chuck it out short, and I'm going to chuck it towards Tony because I am allowed to fish it. Right. I thought I'd get my lines crossed up, that's all. let's hope. 1, 1, 2. Brilliant, it's holding. Well, it's holding at the minute anyhow. So the sun's out. I'll be glad when I can hear properly. But the sun's out. Well, breaking out of the clouds. But yeah. Absolutely beautiful blues in them skies, isn't there? Absolutely cracking. And there's the moon. I think it's a full moon in 4 days' time. I don't like fishing full moons. Never seem to catch. There's the home for the day. This is Danny's old igloo that he gave me. It was broken and I repaired it. There's a video on my channel repairing this. It's the back leg back there, as you can see. The repair is exactly the same, doing perfectly. So must try and remember to ring Danny, because I haven't spoken to him for a while and don't even know. Well, he's carp fishing now. He puts the odd video up. Hopefully he'll meet up with us soon. I want to decorate part of my house, or some of the house, but I'm always decorating someone else's, but at least that way I get paid for it. But yeah, shall meet up with you soon, Danny. I might actually come down south, because I want to meet up with my old mate Gordon. It's just getting the time. These houses, you see, once this house is finished next week, I've got another house to do. It's got a new kitchen in, new bathroom in. I've chased all the walls out with the electrician and done some of the wiring with him, but the whole house has got to be rewired. I'm not looking forward to that, but I am taking some time off before I get stuck into it. But yeah, hopefully when I go down south and see Gordon, hopefully if Gordon's got time, if I can arrange it right, I can go out for a session with Gordon and hopefully also meet up with Danny. Don't know if Danny's been sea fishing for a long while. Well, since he had that trouble. It's terrible, isn't it, really? He had that hassle, didn't he, with that lad that put the willies up him, really, more than you think. And Danny's gone back to carp fishing, I had to think then. But it's whatever you do, whatever you enjoy. Fishing's fishing, isn't it? I enjoy doing sea fishing, that's my thing. Because I like this sort of environment. I'm not too keen on a pond. Cold coffee. Must remember to put some water in. Well, soon I shan't be bringing coffee. Now we're in spring. I can't believe it, we're in spring. That's crept up on us, hasn't it? Yeah. Look, I've got a medicine bag here. I've got all my drugs in here, which is ibuprofen, penicillin, cucudamols, indigestion tablets, hay fever tablets, steroids for hay fever, nasal sniffer for hay fever. I've got in here tape, because yesterday I cut my finger with a knife, and today, opening a box, I opened the cut up again. So it was bloody dripping like mad, but I always carry some elastoplast tape in there. Failing that, insulation tape or duct tape. Old inhaler, but it's still got puff in it. I've got another inhaler in there as well, steroid one. I also carry magnifying glass. because sometimes you can't see stuff. In this, you might think these are eye drops, but I know they aren't. I've got a D on the bottom because Andrew Jones told me if you get a scuff on your hand through a dogfish, put a bit of Dettol on it and you'll not get any troubles with it. It'll heal up. If you don't, whatever's germs is on the dogfish will infect your skin, and I've seen dogfish scrapes and they go quite nasty for a long time. But I had one at Budley Salterton, put the Dettol on because I carry it all the time and never had a problem. They're eye drops, I think. Yeah. Now, what's the date on these? I can't even see the date. They're probably about 2-year-old. Don't want to get them mixed up. Can you imagine putting Dettol in your eye? So, you always got to carry some bits and bobs. And as you get older, it depends on what you need to carry, doesn't it? Some people might need to carry toilet paper. I've got that in the van. But, yeah, painkillers, indigestion tablets, hay fever tablets. And that's pretty much covered then. Well, I reeled that one in. The baits are just the same as I put them out. I'm going to rebait that up now with some new lug. I'm going to use them Welsh ones. And then, what am I going to do then? Keeping on these rods, I reckon. But yeah, those hooks bitten off, they were snapped off by mitten crabs. Mitten crabs are on the march. So, lock your baits up because the mittens are going to get them. It's supposed to be picking wind up a bit and it's getting a little bit stronger now. This thing's blowing around a bit more. Let's get you on these rods. Rods ain't moving much, are they? I hope my enthusiasm is coming across. You know, don't get much more exciting than this. In the video where I was in the bays at Immingham, the start of that video, the second one, I was a little bit off sorts at the beginning. Then all of a sudden, I never shut up yapping. I just kept yap. It's weird, isn't it? That can only be fishing, because it can only be fishing because I started off and was a bit subdued, and then all of a sudden you couldn't shut me up, and that's what fishing does for you. So if you're thinking about taking up fishing, give it a go. Just get a cheap old rod, see if you like it, and if you like it, get the rod that you want and reel. Don't keep buying what this, that and the other. Once you made your mind up, get what you want. Talk to someone that's in the know as well, because otherwise you'll just buy bloody rods that aren't man enough for the job. Depending on what coastline you fish. I think I'm going to go back to the hospital tomorrow and tell them I want my hair sorting out. They still haven't told me about my and why would they, from the swab they took. But helicopter in the sky. But it'd be nice to catch something. Wouldn't it be good if I got a little 4-inch codling? I'm in the best place and I'm fishing to the right. Can't get better than that. I just hope there ain't the plastic and the weed that there was in the last video here, because it was soul destroying. I ain't bothered about weed. It's just, it was just soul destroying because it was hard work to get off. But I've got my new lines now, so like I say, I've got that Trabuco tournament casting line, and it's 0.45 diameter and it's 66 pound breaking strain, and that's straight through to the rig. So hopefully when I was reeling my rod in earlier, and it was inadvertently pulling Tony's other. I reckon he thought he had about an 8-pound cod on there. But all went well with that. There's no damage done. Right, I'll bring you back. This is exciting as it gets. Right, let's get this reeled in. I haven't had a bite on it, I'm just checking it. Am I in shot? Got the old weed on it again. Not like last time though. We've just got this little bit here. Oh, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put my other line on from the other spill on there. So if I have loads of weed come on, and cut it and just drag it off. Yeah. So I'll be 2 minutes, just swapping this spool over, and then see you in a bit. Right. Yeah, I casted that out in line with this rod here, and it swung quite a bit way round. So I'm fishing over really where I wanted to fish. So if there's any coddling about, That one should get it. It's got nice lugworm on it. Oh my, I feel like taking more painkillers. Yeah, so basically you saw where the tide came in, which is, didn't come, you know, it's going out now. You can see where it is there. If I'd have fished the bays at me, I had to climb over the wall, and the whole session would have been over the wall for me. There's going to come a point, guys, when I can't fish with my hip. I don't think it's yet, but the problem is the fact that I was working really hard yesterday and I'm feeling it today. So I couldn't just take a day off working and sit at home, because one, it wouldn't get me a video, two, I'd be stuck indoors, and as nice as that is, it's not beneficial for anything, is it really? So yeah, I had to come out, but I am feeling it. I don't know if I've mentioned that. So I've got to try and think to myself that, Vernon, you're not going to feel like this all the time. I will do eventually, won't I? But if I aren't working and it's like a lazy day, and then the next day I go fishing, I'm going to feel alright, aren't I? But everything I did yesterday would have inflamed my hip. I've got to get this house done. If in the next house I can't carpet it, because I just think to myself I can't do it, I'm going to have to fill my old carpet fitter up and ask him to come and do it. But then I don't get paid for doing that, do I? It'll be right. If it was that bad, I wouldn't have been able to fit 3 carpets yesterday, would I? So today is more relaxing. Yes, there's the walk down there to this mark and the walk back to my van, but then I'll be sat in the van, which when I get out of the van outside my house, I'm stiff as arseholes again. And but then I can, once I put all my stuff in the house, I can just put my feet up on the sofa, have a beer and go to bed. And hopefully tomorrow's another day. Can you see how zen-like I am today? This is like the new me. I've got line on now, which goes all the way to my rig, which is very strong, and to be honest, it's not that thick at all. 0.45 in my finger, that don't feel big at all. The leaders, the tapered leaders do. It's like I'm casting with thin bloody line, but it's 66 pound breaking strain. So now if there's any weed, and up until now, yes, I'm started to get some weed on the flood, on the ebb, sorry, because we're on the ebb, but it hasn't been like it was in the last video. But now I've got line straight through to the rig, I'll be able to hopefully drag it all down, chop the swivel off, drag it off, tie a swivel on, and you're fishing again. And that's the whole idea of this. So I hope it works, otherwise I've wasted 50 quid on 2 spills. And it's quite handy as well, because one of them reels there, whichever one, because they're both the same, is what I'm going to be using on my sniper rod come summertime. Well, we're in spring now, aren't we? I just don't know if I can take 2 Kenzakis and my sniper rod, but we'll have to wait and see, won't we? I can always take them and see what it's like, because hopefully as spring is coming, summer, I don't have to fish in the rain, I won't have to take my shelter, you just sit on the beach, don't you? So I only got to take 2 rods and my sniper rod, so it's 3 in total. And you got 3 reels as well, haven't you? There you go. Oh dear, excuse me. God, I'm that zen like I'm going to sleep. I'm afraid, I'm sorry for all those. I'm sorry for all those out there that like a good old rant, but you can't have them all the time, you know. They can only come when they're there. And if they're not there, you can't just pretend to do it, can you? Because that's false. And that's something that I'm not. I do bite my tongue a little bit more now as I've got older, but only because we're in this bloody world of hate speech now in Scotland. I mean, all they're trying to do is shut you down, aren't they? And shut you down. God, this could go into a rant, couldn't it? All they're doing is shutting you down, so you can't say, you can't have an opinion, you can't say anything, you can't say the truth, you know. But there you go. What a load of crap, innit? Now, with this hate speech in Scotland, if someone retweets something you've done, they can get done because you've retweeted it, and if someone find it hateful, that's it, you're scuppered. So can someone please retweet in Scotland? Mind you, if you do anything hateful in the world and someone in Scotland watches it and feels hate from it, you can get done. So I suppose you can get done in New Zealand. And I don't think it'd happen, but that's what they're saying up to now, what I've made out from it all. I might be wrong, but I don't think I am. But if you retweet something, you can get done for it if someone doesn't like it or gets offended because you're a bit snowy flaky. So if someone wants to retweet Humber useless and his white speech, wait, that one, you know, he might get done, and it's his own policy, isn't it? It's his own law that he created, so he can get done, as I believe. That'd be funny, wouldn't it? I'm not ranting today. I am not ranting because you just gotta, these people that have done this law and stuff, you just gotta look at them for what they are. And it's glass half full, I think. And if you look at them for what they are, you know, that's it, innit? Sorry, I've got a cough. Yeah, you just look at them for what they are, don't you? Anyhow, I ain't got any bites. No flounder, no whiting, just a mitten crab. Mind you, I saw the, but I was impressed with the tip action on that rod. It was like that. Oh, it was close to glass fibre territory. Absolutely brilliant. I think whoever made the blue Ziplex made the red one. I really do. If not, if they didn't, then what's the word? They're so familiar, them rods. I'm sure they're kids and cousins. Do you know what I mean? That was an Elvis Presley film, wasn't it? I think I got the album at them. You see, my mum liked Elvis, so every time I got bought an album, it was always Elvis Presley. So I had no choice but to get to like it, but I still got them. Elvis in Madison Square Gardens. I think it's Kids and Cousins, whatever it is. I got no end. I wanted a Grease album. It was, I went and saw Grease at the cinema and I wanted to buy the album, and I had £4.99. I saved up my money and went out to buy it, but I weren't allowed to buy it. I come back with another Elvis album. Mum said, get this one, that'd be better. It's far better than that. And I was like, but when Adam and the Ants was out and I was a bit older and I was like, I want Adam and the Ants, my mum bought me my main Christmas present that year was Adam and the Ants Stand Deliver album. No, Kings of the Wild Frontier, wasn't it? Anyhow, it's that one. It's his first album. I think it was Kings of the Wild Frontier. Or was it Ant Me? No, they're all the singles, I know that. Anyhow, I was in the fan club as well. Anyhow, I got that album, and I also got OMD's Joan of Arc, Made of Orleans, on single. Absolutely fantastic Christmas, that one. Because the time before that, I got bought a ghetto blaster, and my old man must have been hard up for money, because the whole Christmas was just ruined, because all they were doing was arguing, because Mum had bought me a ghetto blaster and he was moaning about how much it cost, and that has got to be worse. I was took away. We were living at Galston at the time, and we had to go to Dereham to pick some twat up, and I got took out to get out of the way by my then brother. That weren't a good Christmas. When I got back, he was a bit subdued, but I still kept the stereo. He was going to take it back and everything. Things that happen when you're young, eh? Anyhow, how did all this get on from talking about hate speech law to records to my Christmas presents when I was younger? I had another Christmas present when I was really, really little. It was called Billy the Spaceman. That's what we called him, but he was a little astronaut with a flip visor. He had his backpack on his back used to hold 2 HP2 batteries, if you know what they are. They're AAs. And you put them in, and he had a little motor under his jacksie. And you used to sit him into a moon cart. I had one with big wheels. And you had a screen on there as well. And he had a radar gun you plugged into his little thing on the side, and it flashed. It was only about this big. Toys, the cars were this big. He had a blue and white one as well, which was like a moon buggy type thing. And you just put him on the floor, switched him on, and it just went across the floor. But I knew him as Billy the Spaceman. I searched and searched and searched probably about 15 years ago for him. And I found him on eBay in America. And it was like 60, 70 quid. But I just didn't feel as though I could buy him from there. But yeah, I don't know what happened to that toy. It'd have been, Mum picked it up, wouldn't it, and got thrown in the bin. He's played with that enough, he's older now. But God, if that's one toy I wish I'd had still to this day, would be Billy the Spaceman. He had 2 carts, grey with orange wheels, and a blue and white one, like I say, little cars. And the one with the big wheels would go over big things, you know. And he had a radar gun. He had a little screen that you flipped in, and you plugged that in as well, and that lit up, sort of like some space scene out of Star Trek. But yeah, it was fantastic. And does anybody remember? Oh, this is a bit different to Rattling. Does anyone remember? When I was little, you won't remember me having it, but I'm just asking. I used to have a submarine, and you used to put a tablet in it, and it would go down and up. And so it'd submerge and come back up. That was good to play in the bath with. That again would have got thrown out. Used to put an Alka-Seltzer tablet in it from what you used to use to clean your false teeth. Well, I assumed it was an Alka-Seltzer. It must have been. Because we didn't have any other tablets. Don't know how that worked. It was just a plastic submarine, and you had a little bit that you took this cap out, unscrewed, pulled it out, dropped the tablet in, put it in, and it sat there, and as the tablet went, it just went down, sunk to the bottom. And then obviously when it had fizzed away, it then came back up. Anyhow, that's enough reminiscing. These rods I've been watching the whole time while I've been talking to you, and they ain't doing nothing. We've got up here, look, there's the sun and the side of my shelter. Sun's behind the clouds, but what a beautiful scene that is, showing all the gaps in the clouds. Spring is here. No more winter. We'll obviously get some more cold days. We're bound to get bloody snow now, aren't we? Because it's not winter. Did I say that I'm going to the hospital tomorrow about my ear? I am. And I'm not coming out until I'm seen. If I don't get seen, I'm going to have a right paddy on. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Right, I'm going to keep watching these rods. I'm going to get that other rig baited up. That'll probably be the last cast, because I've come out to fish only. If I catch something, it's a bonus. So Woody, if I don't catch any fish, mate, there's no fish in it. Oh, Woody does like catching fish. See, I'm come out today just to be in this environment. It's wind's calmed down, it's meant to be getting stronger, but it's been a nice day. I've enjoyed myself, and I've been zen like, haven't I? It's been like chilled Vern. Oh. Oh. Right. Hey, not bad, is it? Wind's very... How many times do I say as the fishing session go on, the wind drops away? And it's done it again today, hasn't it? Now it says that it's 28, 20... Oh, a bit of gust there. Let's have a quick look. $29 mile an hour at 6 o'clock. 31, 25, 25, 26. And about now is meant to be 28, I think. But it ain't. Well, apart from the mitten crab attack, where it robbed both the hooks off me rig and I saw the bite, all the baits have come in. There's very little weed at the minute, but you never know until the next reeling, do you? The weed can come on. And I haven't got the heated jacket on. Now you might think, I know Vern, because you haven't mentioned it, because I think some people think I mention things far too much. But I ain't got my heated jacket on. But what I've got on is my thermals, hoodie and this top, because obviously this coat was on because it was raining. But it does keep you warm because the wind don't blow through it, so you just warm up a bit. Temperature is 11 degrees. How true that is, I don't know. It should tell you. 12 degrees there. So it's between 11 and 12 degrees, so it's quite nice really. Mind you, when that heating is set at 11 or 12 degrees in my house, it's bloody chilly, and I'm there turning the heating up. I put some goop on my arse. I had to wait until the dog water come, dropped all my kecks and everything and put the cream on. And it feels a bit better now, but having a bad hip ain't good, I'll tell you that. Well, having anything wrong with you ain't good. But a hip is more painful than an ankle, I'll tell you that. Ain't that right, Julie? He does go on about that ankle, doesn't he? He's like a bloody girl's blouse, isn't he? And, Keith, you've left your bait bag in my garage. It was outside on top of the barbecue for 2 days, and then I saw it where you left it. Why you put it on the barbecue, I don't know. So it did get wet, but it's dry now. Right, that's enough rattling on. I'm gonna watch these rods. And after I've watched these rods, yeah, because that's been going 12 minutes. 12 minutes. 22? Jesus Christ. It's going to be another long video. Sorry, everybody. This is going to be another long video. And sorry, Tom. Look at that. Look at them splues in that sky. Bluey grey there. But then when you come over here, look at that over the bridge. Sun's over the bridge. See you in a bit. So, we're back to it. I've had my phone call. Let's get this light up. I've brought a hook for this light. I've been meaning to bring a hook for ages now, and I finally got round to making it and shaping it, and there it is. So I've got that. That's, I don't know what that is. That can do that. They can go back on there. Let's try. Oh, let's try this hook, because on your igloo you get an hook, sort of. So just bear with me, like people. Nearly said lads, but there's lasses watch as well, because you know. What's that like? Well, that ain't pointing where I want it to point, is it? Yeah, that's alright, isn't it? Am I all lit up? Right, let's get this one in, because this one is the one I was going to reel in, but it's quite a cute angle to the shore. Oh, I can see it. Plastic on it. But we've got the new line. We've got the new line, haven't we? Got a reel like mad. Oh, it's an all weed all on it. Well, we'll see if the line works now. Right, don't know if you want to watch me, but you can do. I am somewhere over there. Oh. Scissors. Right, where's my line? I don't believe it, that worked a treat. Absolute pure gold that was. I can't believe that it just came off so easy. Let me see if I'm in shot there with the camera. Yeah. Let's just adjust this. to there. That's it. Now that weed slid all the way down right to my swivel. I can't believe it. Normally it grips, and that's because it's a tapered leader. So obviously it's bigger at one end than the other. So as you slide it, it locks on. And this is all the same diameter, and it just slid down. It slid down like a well-oiled spring. Didn't have to use any KY jelly on that line at all. Hey! Right, now we just reel it in. Because it's just laying on the top, and it hasn't snagged once, and here it comes. There you go it. Look at that. So how quick was that? Yeah, how quick was that? Now Tony's round there pulling it all off, and in the length of time I've done that, it only pulled off a few inches. Now all that was all the way along my line, but that has got to be easier. Good strong mono. It's not braid, it's not expensive, it's only £9.99, and it's good enough for an overhead thump. No danger there at all. Perfect for this river, and perfect for Galston River. Put that in there. And then this all off. Right, elastic. I need to get an egg torch out. It's getting dark now. Absolutely fantastic. It's good when a plan comes together. Absolutely brilliant. That's going to make life so much easier fishing this mark when the weed comes on, or Galston, anywhere really. I shall be using this on my sniper rod as well. Only cast out 20-30 yards, you know, nothing major. So oh dear. Oh, I've got crisps. I just dropped my fishing reel on me crisps. Right, I'll get this put away and I'll bring you back when I reel the next rod in. But here we have it. Some beautiful colours in the sky, isn't there? Right, let's get this last one in. I've got a date. We'll get this reeled in because I've got a date with some bread rolls and some bacon for tea. So bacon sandwiches for tea. I hope I get enough to fill me up. We got no chips though, but she said that she'd go get the chips, but I said no, don't, because I'm like that sometimes. got the weed on again, look. So all you do, I pulled it through the bloody eye there. Right, mustn't pull it through the eyes. What I'm doing, I'm out of shot. That'll be weird in a minute. And there you have it. So I've just slid all that weed literally down to the end of my clip, and then what I do is I'll just cut that there and then just slide the weed off. Job done. Let the line go, chuck my weight and that in there so I don't lose it. Then all I've got to do if I was to cast out again is just tie another swivel on. But all I'm going to do is reel this in. To there, get the elastic out, which is here. I made these, not paying £10 for two. Absolute rip-off. I made them a bit tight, but these are actually made for my multipliers, so I'll make some more and reel off. But how quick was that? I know it's the same with braid, but it slides down really easy. Sometimes I have to do it in bits, but slides down really well. And there you have it. So I could have, within a couple of minutes, I could have I'll get there in a minute. You know, I could have then retied the swivel back on, which takes a couple of minutes, if that, and cast it out again and be fishing again. And that, in an environment like this, with such a heavy breaking strain of line, it's perfectly alright for a thump, because you ain't putting shitloads into it, are you? Let's be honest. I've caught something. I've caught me boot. How am I going to get that out? I don't even know if I can reach it. Yeah, I got it. Well, these worms are all right. Thank you, Keith, for getting me them. The chicken, I had someone ask me about the chicken. The chicken is doing fine. She is running around, I can't catch her. All her feathers are grown back and she is alive oh. So the chicken's doing great. And now, well, I'll tell you about that in the next video. We'll leave that for the next exciting instalment of Verns fishing, where I let you know what's happened with the chicken, because there has been developments. So yeah, I might even see if I can get some pictures. When I tell you about it, I'll get some pictures in of the chicken. Yeah, hopefully that'll, well, it interests me anyhow. It'll interest some of you out there as well, I know, because you've asked about the chicken. Only a chicken like, but... oh, please go in properly, for fuck's sake. Zen-like. It's getting to that point now where I've had enough. So yeah, let's get out of there. Oh. 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 So it's got to be, I've got to be in shot at that, and yeah, right. Looks like they've packed down and the rods are gone, so I'm behind yet again. So this has been another exciting instalment of Verns fishing, and I've been on the River Humber fishing here. Just had to get out. It was just the way it is. I'm all achy and buggered and my head is shagged and everything, so it was just a chance of going out, having a fishing session and feeling better about myself. And hopefully tomorrow I can carry on at work and I'll feel a lot better and get stuff done. But I've been air fishing today. It's been a great afternoon. It's been a bit blustery, but it's been okay. I've been in far worse blustery conditions than this. So yeah, I'm afraid I haven't caught any fish. So if you've got this far and you're thinking, Jesus Christ, he ain't caught again, you're spot on. I ain't caught again, but I've enjoyed myself and I've been zen-like, haven't I? I've been the calmest Vernon for a long time. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and yeah, let's head on up. And I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope you look forward to enjoy the next one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you anon. I hope my enthusiasm is coming across. You know, don't get much more exciting than this.